Welcome to the Delaware Mortgage Rate Weekly Mortgage Market Update for the week of February 23rd, 2015. Hello, I'm John Thomas with Primary Residential Mortgage, here to give you your update. Well, last week was not kind to Delaware mortgage rates. If you take a look at the bond chart on the screen, you can see the bonds sold off on Monday, broke below that blue line, which was support. It's now acting as a ceiling of resistance. So if you look at the long-term trend there on the chart, the bond's been moving lower since the end of January. And currently we are trying to find a bottom of support. We've tried to rally, but we're being capped by that blue line of resistance now, which had been support. So with that in mind, we're going to recommend cautiously floating to see if mortgage bonds can rally above that line of resistance. If they cannot, they will be turned lower, sell off, and interest rates in the short term will move higher. Long term, 60, 90 days, we do think interest rates could break above that ceiling of resistance and move lower again. But short term, cautiously floating. If the bond sells off, you got to switch to a locking stance. So stay in touch with us during the week, because that is a tough ceiling of resistance to break through. We've tried to get through it at the end of the week twice, and we're turned lower. So cautiously floating your Delaware mortgage rate. Now, in economic news, we had a reading on inflation at the at the wholesale level, the producer price index. That dropped 0.8% from the previous month. For January to February. So that's great news. Low inflation. Low inflation is bond friendly. So that's another reason why we think mortgage rates will stay low the rest of the year, because we don't see any inflation kicking in. Then we saw weak initial jobless claims come out on Thursday. They dropped 21,000 to 283,000 claims. We still don't see that number reflecting the jobs that have been lost in the energy sector with the price of oil at $50 a barrel. There's been a lot of jobs being cut, layoffs, but with the severance packages and payouts, they probably have not filed yet. So we're looking for that to hit very soon and to start impacting the jobs number, which would be bond-friendly news as well. Now, in the housing market, we had housing starts for January 2015 release. That's how many new homes construction was started on. Now, that did drop 2% to 1.065 million units. The weaker housing starts was due in part to a big decline in starts on single-family homes because of factors keeping first-time homebuyers out of the market, which is student loan debt is a big factor for first-time homebuyers, and the rising price of homes is making the home affordability go down as well. On a positive note, housing starts are up 19% from a year ago, January 2014. And then we had building permits for January 2015 come out below expectations as well at 1.056 million units. Building permits is a sign of future construction, so if building permits were to continue to decline, that could be a sign of a declining new home construction market. And then we had the Home Builders Housing Market Index drop 2 points to 55. So that's how the builders are feeling about the market. They're still feeling good, but not as good as they were. It was up at 58 at one point. Now it's dropped down to 55. So we'll have to see how new home construction goes. Also in housing news, title insurance rates are going up effective March 1st. Two things: the title insurance rate is going up 18%, and the CPL closing protection letter fee is going up from $75 to $125. So closing costs on all loans will be increased March 1st across the board. So that's going to increase the closing cost of all homes being sold. That's not actually a good thing. And then USDA housing loans, they're working on files submitted 2/13, so they're still running about 10 days behind on underwriting files, so please plan accordingly. And then the next free first-time homebuyer seminar is Saturday, March 7th, excuse me, in Dover, Delaware at the Dover Holiday Inn from 10 a.m. to noon. And then again, it's in Newark on Saturday, March 28th. That is from 10 a.m. to noon at the Christiana Hilton Hotel. You can register for either one of those events. Give us a call in the office at 302-703-0727 or online, www.delawarehomebuyerSeminar.com. Look forward to seeing you guys next week.